Hi guys, welcome back. Today's video is going to be a makeup updates video on products that I have used in the past few weeks, except for maybe like the past week or two, just because those are too new and I still have to try them a little bit more. But I decided I wanted to do this video like this so I can do my makeup while talking about them and kind of explaining to you maybe like why or what I think about it and all of that. So most of them are things that I've gotten in the past month or so because I haven't done a makeup update in a while. But I decided I'm gonna do it like this because I kind of like just talking through the tutorials and telling you about the products anyway, so why not give you an update as I'm using the products that I have previously shown you and give you like a little bit more information on what I think about them and stuff. So I don't have something for every single category, so some things are just gonna be things that I just already use. Like let's say a bronzer, I don't have a new one to talk about, but I will still apply one. It's just you won't really hear much about it. So first I'm gonna use this rose toner, and this one is the Wet n Wild one that I just tried not too long ago, but I have been using it. I just spray it like this before my makeup. But I do feel like it tastes really bad. But other than the taste, I like it. Like it does feel a little fresh on my face. And then for my primer today, I'm gonna use, well, before my primer, I'm also gonna use the oil. And this is the one that I also have been trying out because I use a lot the Beauty Bakery Wake and Bake, and I'm trying to see if this one will kind of like be something similar, you know, because this is drugstore. But I do like the other one more just because it's a little bit more like slippery. It just really glides on my face. This one doesn't the same way, but it doesn't do a bad job with the hydrating part. It's just maybe the application part. Still think it does the job. It's just not, it doesn't feel the same way, so it's just a little bit different. And then for my primer, I'm gonna use the Hangover RX by Too Faced. By the way, if I'm talking a little weird, a few days ago I bit my lip and it like has a little cut now, and I like bit it really hard. So it's not healing. It's not healing very fast. And I feel like I've been talking weird in my past videos. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if you even noticed, but I feel like I am whenever it like rubs on my teeth. So yeah, it kind of hurts. But like I said, none of these are products that I have anything to say yet, like completely. So now starting off with something that I did recently get, and this one is the Forever Skin Glow. I got the Skin Glow as well as the Velvet, and I've been using both. I like the Skin Glow better just because it looks so nice on my face now. The color is way off, okay? So you can see, maybe not way off, but it's definitely off right now. I think it'll look better later on whenever it's summer. But I don't mind it just because I know like it's not too off, you know. And I just what was I gonna say? I just match it. I just not match it. I just apply it on my neck and on my chest if my shirt is a little bit more open. So, you know, whatever. But it's a really nice finish. I like the Skin Glow better because I feel like throughout the day it looks so good until I take it off. Like it just looks so good. It wears nicely throughout the day. It doesn't fade. It doesn't go away. It doesn't fade. It doesn't move around. I really like the finish of it. It looks like a natural finish, and even though I do use powder on top of it, it still looks so pretty throughout the day. And I'm really liking this one. This one's one that I feel like it's one of those favorite products, you know. And this is one of the first Dior products that I try, at least foundations. I don't think I've tried much, if anything. Have I tried anything? I don't think so. I think this is my first Dior product, and I really like it. Now it's a little bit more expensive, but I do really like the finish. I like the way that it feels. I do have it in the color 2W0, and like I said, it doesn't match me. I need something maybe like 2 shades lighter, and then it'll work with me right now. But I know for sure that it'll be okay later, so I don't really mind it. It does match my arms, like my shoulders and stuff, especially if I'm like wearing like a tank top or something. It does match the rest of my body. It's just my neck and my chest area, it just doesn't match it. So that happens. It happens. Okay, and then for concealer, I'm gonna use this one by Milani. This is the Conceal Imperfect, and this one I have it in the color Light Vanilla, and this one's okay too. Okay, I needed to wet my sponge and I didn't. Let me do that. But yeah, this one's okay too. Like it doesn't give me a super full coverage finish. The other thing that's like okay is that the finish of it is very glowy, which is not bad. Does this even say that it's a glowy finish or something? No, it just says it's a long wear concealer. It is really nice. It blends out really easily. It feels good and everything. It just gives me that more of a glowy under eye area, which is not bad. I do like it with my Makeup Forever self-setting concealer. That one looks glowy at first and then it dries down like a little bit on its own, so it's kind of like a powdery finish but not so much. This one, whenever I apply it, it's glowy, and if I don't set it, it stays glowy, or if I set it really lightly, it still stays glowy, and that kind of makes my little line here. I don't really have bags, but it's like a little bit like the two lines that you get, and it kind of shows them more. So I for sure need to make sure that I set this concealer and give it like that powder finish. But not too bad, especially if you like a more hydrating concealer that stays looking hydrating and it doesn't have the powder finish to it, or the dry finish to it. So you see, it doesn't look bad. It blends out really nicely. Like, it looks good, but since it's not full coverage, it still leaves me with not only darkness, like a little bit of darkness still, but at the same time with the two lines that really show up because it's glowy. I'm going to use the Overachiever Concealer by Huda Beauty, and this one's a little light for me. Like, it really highlights. I'm almost out of it. It looks like I can't really squeeze it out anymore. But, oh, that was the air that came out of it. So I'm just going to apply a little bit like that. And this one will give me more coverage, which I could use this one by itself. But like I said, I want to talk about the products that I've recently purchased. So this one's really going to give me a highlighted effect just because it's lighter, which is not what I'm going for, but it gives me more of a matte finish on my under eyes, and for sure it gives me a full coverage finish, and it doesn't look glowy right there. And even if it does, maybe just a little bit, especially because this is wet, it won't once it's dry. It'll already look a little powdery, and if I don't apply a lot of powder, it's fine because it'll still look like I have, like it's matte there, you know what I mean? Okay, so for powder today, I'm gonna use the Laura Mercier one, which is one that I already like. This is not new. The new one that I have that I can't show you because it's already ready to be shipped back, I just need the return label, I need to print it out, is the Fenty Beauty concealer and the powder, because those two products were way too dry for me. They did not work out. I didn't like the finish of the powder either. It was just very blurry. It just looked kind of weird on my under eyes, especially because, like I said before, I have dry skin, so that one is just too dry for me, and it just looked really, really cakey. So I can't show it to you because, like I said, it's already in the box, and I'm gonna be returning that one. So today I'm gonna use this one by Laura Mercier. I've been doing my makeup and then doing my eyeshadow later and my eyebrows, and I like it so much better because I feel so free. I feel so free to just go over my entire face with the powder, and I don't have to worry about rubbing my eyebrows off or anything like that. So with that being said, I'm about to do my brows. I'm gonna do them off camera. And then for contour, I'm gonna use one that I've been using for years already. This is the contour palette by Wet n Wild. This one's in the color Dulce de Leche, and all I'm gonna do is do a little contouring on my cheeks and a little bit on the sides of my hairline right here, because I'm gonna go over everything with the bronzer anyways. And then for bronzer, I'm gonna use the Hoola bronzer, and I also have been liking this one. They already have like different shades. This one's the original one, and I'm gonna take my big brush for this, which is something else that I really have been liking, is using my bronzer with the big fluffy brush. I feel like I don't have to do as much blending, because I mean, you have to be careful because you don't want to apply too much, but at the same time it just kind of blends it out really easily. So yeah, I like that a lot better. And for blush today, I'm going to be using this one by Kylie, which is the one that I got from the Valentine's collection. And even though it's a little newer than the rest of these products, I can already tell that I really like it. It's a very creamy blush, and I also like the color of it because it's not really intense, and I can use it with pretty much any look. It's just a very pretty pink. This one's in the color Crush, and they did sell this one separately. So you see, I just really like the color. It's a very light pink. Nothing so different though. I mean, I'm sure you have a pink blush already, so it is good. I like the formula of it. I feel like it's really, really soft, and whenever I apply it, it's like really easy to blend out and everything. And I feel like the tone works good for me because it's not super red. I don't have to be super careful whenever applying it and making it look like very spotty or anything, because it's not intense. It doesn't have like that crazy pigment because it's a light pink blush, so you know, it's a little bit easier to apply. And then for highlight today, I'm going to use this pretty highlighting palette. This one has the Super Shock highlighters by ColourPop. And this one came out with their Dream collection or the Rainbow collection. I don't remember what it was called. And I like to use it with the Anastasia highlighting brush because the other ones are a little bit more, it'll work, but I feel like they're a little bit longer. So it just kind of spreads it out too much because they are kind of creamy. Like the product of them is not a regular powder, and so I just like the way that it picks it up with this brush a little bit more. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this one right here, which is a very pretty highlighter. It does have glitter in it though, so if you don't like glitter highlighters, you won't like this one because the glitter is pretty big. It doesn't have like the small specks of it. It's like you can really see glitter on your face. You probably can't tell on camera, but in person I could see the glitter all over my face. And then I'm gonna use just the other side of the brush and use this one. This one has little less of the glitter, and there you go. This one has a little bit of a tone to it, and I'm gonna apply it right here on my nose. Let me use the other one. I feel like that one's way glowier. Yeah. Oh, maybe now it's too much. Although it's a really nice one, and I don't feel like the highlighters are drying out or anything because they're Super Shock shadows. They're a little creamy and they feel like they could dry out if, you know, if time passes and you just leave it there. But they are all very pretty. They do have a different tone to each one. And it's not a palette that I consider a favorite highlighting palette. It's not one that I'm like super reaching for. They're not my favorite. They're okay because I don't love the glitter either, not always, you know, sometimes, but I really like the more intense, kind of like the, actually I'm probably gonna get it right now. So here's one that I got not too long ago. This is also very new, but I do like the finish of this one. So this is what I'm saying that I prefer in a finish of a highlight, because look, it has like small shimmer, like the shimmer is there, it's very glowy, it gives me more of that wet effect. Well, now I have a ton of highlighter on because this one's really intense, but I don't mind it because I like the finish of this one more. It just looks more blended out. It doesn't look, it just looks more, it just looks smoother. It's not a glitter, it's a shimmer finish to it, and I really like it. It's like my favorite highlighter right now. Of all the different brands that I have, this one I would say is like my top, like really good highlighter. Okay, so now the eyes, I'm gonna use this Ace Beauté palette, and this one has a ton of unique eyeshadows. I really want to use this palette every single time I do my makeup, but I know I still have other palettes that I need to go through and like show you and do tutorials on, so I don't want to use it every time. But you guys, what color do you not have in here? You have purple, blue, green, yellow, orange, a little bit of everything. It's like, and they're not even like the regular rainbow colors. They're so different and so unique. Now, I'm not gonna say that it's completely perfect. I do feel like these two shades down here are a little hard to blend. Even this green one, but not as much. Those are a little harder to blend out. I guess maybe because they're darker, I don't know. But they are just a tiny bit harder, but nothing to where I can say like, oh, they suck, I won't use them. They're so intense and very pigmented. I really like them. I'll start off with the color Hazelnut, which is this burnt orange reddish type of shade. I like the size of the palette. It also has a pretty big mirror here, so I'm gonna use Hazelnut, and I'm just gonna take my M514 and apply this right here on my eyelid. Hold on, let me go over this with my brush. It does have the Laura Mercier powder on it a little bit, and go right here in the transition area. This one's a beautiful, this one's like a brick color, so a beautiful burnt orange reddish shade. I really like this color. Look at how pretty that is. And I'm getting glitter from my highlighter. I have a little bit of glitter on my eyelids. I'm gonna take my clean blending brush here and just go over this edge because I kind of went a little high. And I'm gonna take a little bit more and just reapply it right here in the crease. Okay, and right in between, since I'm gonna do a half cut crease, I'm gonna use this Makeup Revolution product, and this one is also pretty new, but I have been using it in almost every single one of my looks that I do a cut crease. I kind of stopped using concealer and just started using this one. It is white, it does show up white. You can see through it, it's not completely white, but I don't expect that because of course eyeshadow is is colorful, so it's gonna show through. But I do like it a lot. I feel like it does a really good job. It stays sticky on my eyelid, so the product that I apply on top, the eyeshadow or the shimmer, it really sticks onto it, and I like it so much. I feel like it does kind of the same job as a concealer, so I don't necessarily think that you need it, but it is white and I feel like it does make them stand out a little bit more. So now I'm going to use this brush and I'm going to go over the white and take off like all the extra product. So you see it's not completely white, like you can see the red underneath it or the orange that I have, but it still covers up enough. And the color that I'm going to use right on top of it is this yellow one. This is one of my favorite eyeshadows from this palette. This color is the main reason why I got the entire palette. Like, that's the first shade that I saw that I was like, oh my god, that's a pretty palette. And then looking at all the other ones, I was like, that's a really pretty palette because they're so unique and I really like the colors in here. So this yellow one, I'm going to apply it right on top of the concealer. I feel like I haven't done any of these color combinations in a while. So I'm just gonna go over this area right here that's right on top of the cut, right on top of the cut crease, and this is the same brush that I use that orange shade with. Then on the outer corner I'm gonna use the brown one and I'm just gonna blend that into the yellow. This is a really intense shade, so you don't need that much. This reminds me of a leaf, like a fall leaf. What does it look like to you? That's what it looks like to me. For my wing, I'm going to use the NYX Cosmetics Matte Liquid Liner, and I haven't used it in a little while. I've been using other things that I've been trying out, so today I'm going to use that one, and it is a matte liquid liner. And then for the waterline, I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil. This one's in the shade Torch, which is a very warm orangey shade. So I'm going to apply the same color that I applied in the transition area, and I'm going to apply this one on the lower lash line. Then on the inner corner, I'm going to go ahead and apply the highlighter. I'm not going to use any of the eyeshadows. This one is just really glowy. It's going to give me a nice glow on the inner corner. I'm going to curl my eyelashes and apply my mascara. This one is the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. I'm also going to apply falsies today. I'm going to use these by the Lash Laboratory. Yeah, the Lash Laboratory. These are new to me. I used them yesterday and they are so beautiful. This one's in the style NYX, and the brand, they sent me a few other eyelashes, so these are not something that I can give you a review on, but just using them yesterday, I used this pair, and these were very light on my eyelids, so they felt really good. They also fit really good after I cut them, because they're not one of those lashes that are longer in the center that I usually like, but they're so light and I didn't feel like they were going to be heavy on my eyes or make my eyes look droopy. I also like the band on them. They're not too thick. So today I'm going to use them again since I really liked them yesterday. But like I said, I haven't used them for like that many tries. It's just one from yesterday. But so far they seem really good. So like I said, this one is in the style NYX. You see what I'm saying? They look so full and fluffy, but they're not like super heavy to where they're making my eyelids look, you know, kind of like heavy. They look like they should be heavy because they're so fluffy, but they're not heavy on my eyes. That's what I'm trying to say. That is the falsies. And then lastly, I just have the lipsticks, and I'm going to be using these two by Milani. I also did a video on these and I showed you some swatches on a few of the ones that I have. Today I'm going to use the color Velvet as well as the color Lavish. And this one I'm going to use it on the center of my lips to give me more of a highlighted effect. And I really liked these. These are the satin matte finishes, so they're not completely matte and they're not going to dry down to like a super dry, cakey looking type of lipstick. This is just more on the, it looks a lot smoother on my lips. Just a little bit. Oops, I applied a lot. And then just kind of blend it out with my finger. I applied a lot of product though. Oops. There you go. If you have a lipstick that you don't like, that's too light for you and you feel like it makes you look washed out, just use it for the center of your lips. It makes your lips look a little bit fuller, and I like it, so I do it with many of my lipsticks. Like I have other light ones that I won't wear by themselves, but I'll just use them for that. So that is the complete look. This is it. I'm pretty sure those are all the products I wanted to share with you today. Yeah, so those are all the products I wanted to share with you today. Let me know what you think about this style of video, giving you an update on products that I've used in the past, at the same time doing the tutorial with them and talking to you about the colors. Let's say I have two new palettes. I can't use both of them on my eyes because, you know, there's only so much I can do. There's only so many shades I can use, but maybe I will separate them them, and like I have other new palettes, so I can always do a separate makeup update using other stuff, you know what I mean? So I can't use everything in one video, which means I would have to separate the products, but still I can give you a more of a thorough, you know, talk through on what I think about the products and like the updates on them. So yeah, just let me know if you prefer something like this, like I'm using them, talking to you about them, or if you want me to get like all my makeup products and then talk about them all in one video, which I think it makes them kind of longer and they're not as fun because I'm not using them. I'm kind of just swatching them on my hand or just giving you details but not really like showing them to you. So I kind of like it like this, but you tell me what you would prefer, and I of course I'm gonna be reading, I'm gonna be listening to what you guys say. But I still hope you enjoyed today's video just like this, in this format. Let me know what you think about them. Thank you so much for watching another one of my videos, and I will see you in tomorrow's. Bye.